How's it going, my guys and gals and my non-binary pals? It's your boy Kamon. Now today I'm gonna bring you guys another version of Swordsoul. I posted this version like a couple months ago, and people they seem to like it a lot. So now with the unbanning of Protos, I think this version might be the better version to play going forward. Now that's not saying this version is the end-all be-all for Swordsoul, because as you guys know, we did lose Baron, so we are in a tougher-ish spot to kind of deal with things. But I still believe this version is very, very powerful. And yeah, let's get right into it. So I'm gonna show you guys the main deck and extra deck, no side deck. If you guys don't know, but you know, title and thumbnail, obviously this is a mix with the Horus engine again. Posted it, and yeah, I like it a lot. This build, so like you gotta understand when it comes to like Swordsoul, especially when it comes to like me, I've never really played it in a traditional way, you know what I mean? Like when I first started playing it, yeah, sure, you know, all the hand stuff like that, yeah. But as you guys know, you know, long-time subs, I've always pushed the like boundaries of Swordsoul. So us losing Baron, I don't really care. It sucks, sure, but like it's not the end-all be-all, bro. I feel like Swordsoul was one of those decks where you can kind of experiment with and get a lot of things done. You kind of have to just like open up your mind, if that makes sense. But I'm talking too much. Get right into it. So for the monsters, obviously 3 Yugioh. We love this card. This is the MC of this deck, obviously. You know, Yugioh summon special tribute. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's too good to not run at 3. It's one of those cards where like going first, it's okay, but going second, it's amazing. When I go second, I see her, I'm just like, all right, cool, we are lit. Oh, also, I really think we're gonna get some new Swordsoul support. It's been about like 2 years since we got anything, so I think overall we're gonna be getting something, you know what I mean? But anyways, 3 Yugioh. Swordsoul monsters, we are rocking 3 Moye. You know, Moye is the best Swordsoul, you know what I mean? Literally, my favorite, believe it or not. So yeah, 3 Moye, 3 Long Yuang still, 2 Taya, and then I actually did put in the 1 Allspice. Allspice did in fact make it back in here. I think Allspice is pretty good. So the reason why I put Allspice back in here, yes, we did lose Baron, sure, but Allspice's other abilities, I guess effects, sorry, help out this deck tremendously, because like your biggest win con now is Protos, you know what I mean? You want to go summon Protos effect called Light, Dark, or Fire, right, against Snake Guy, and then they essentially lose, not Flight, but you know what I mean? And they're going to have a hand trap for it, Imperm, Valor, stuff like that. You at least want to have Allspice in your deck so you can go Protos effect called Fire, right? They're going to go, okay, cool, Imperm that. You can go chain Allspice, tribute Protos, summon Allspice. Your effect is going to go through from there, you know what I mean? So yeah, also it's another option because it is a earth, so we have earth, wind, fire, water, and light, and Protos can be dark for itself, so therefore all of these are really, really good for Protos. You want to try to focus around Protos because Protos is our boss monster, you know what I mean? We're going to win a lot of games or steal a lot of games because of Protos, so we kind of keep that in mind if we can. So that is why I am running the Allspice. I think Allspice is neat. Plus, I like Allspice, bro. You know what I mean? You literally just go, you synchro something with it, and then you can banish a card on the field and or graveyard, so you can chain block certain things if you really want to. So yeah, that's it for the Swordsoul stuff. Now for the Tenyis, straightforward: 3 Ashuna, 2 Vashuda, 2 Wadara, and we're still rocking the 1 Mapura, not running the Shatana because again, you want to make room for your Protos, you know what I mean? So like calling Fire, okay, this could be that Fire, and then shutting down a Snake Eye, because again, believe it or not, Snake Eye is still the best deck. Who would have thought? Whoa, hi. But yeah, this is very standard. I've always liked running these 2 at 2 and not 3, you know what I mean? But I can see the argument of why you'd want to run both of these at 3 each. But again, we are running a certain build in here with the Horus stuff. So like you're running like a few engines in here, which yes, the Tenyi stuff is a engine in itself. So, but yeah, yeah, I don't know. I like it. I like this, how it is. Obviously, the boss man himself, Protos, literally the best monster in our deck. Literally, this is how we're gonna win games, bro. I'm so glad Protos is here. it does suck that Baron is gone, sure. But yo, Protos, like, bro, we giveth and we taketh, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Swordsoul can definitely recover from this, bro. I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm trying to be like positive about it. You know what I mean? Them taking Baron is not the end all be all. And I know there's people saying like, oh, I wish they would keep Baron and just take away Protos. It's like, bro, try something new, bro. It's gonna be okay, bro. Plus, it's like Swordsoul has always lost to like Nib anyways. You know what I mean? So it's like you can play more things to kind of counteract Nib if you really need to. It's just Baron just made it easier. That's all it is, bro. But yeah, the one Protos. That's it for the worm portion. And then 3 M SETI, and then the 1 glory. That is it for the Horus stuff. Again, this engine, in my opinion, is very, very good. It's very, very free, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you have to go M SETI first, and they have to ash this. If they don't ash this, then you are good to go from there, my good friend. But yeah, that's it for the monsters. No real hand traps because I've kind of shied away from that. We are running Imperm in here, sure, because Imperm is still a good hand trap overall, and Imperm does, in fact, hit Snake Eyes still. So we do have to keep that in mind if we can. But yeah, I feel like the hand trap builds are a little bit more obsolete because like we don't even have Baron anymore to kind of like get that crutch. And it's like what Callie said in his video. It's like we should definitely try new things if we can. So like again, I've posted a non-hand trap build before, you know what I mean? So for me, this is nothing new. I'm not coping or anything. Like this is literally nothing new. So yeah, that is it for the monsters. For the spells, obviously 3 emergence, just Rhoda. Switch out Protos and anything that you do need. Mainly, you may want to use this to actually get your Protos from your deck to your hand. So, yeah, 3 emergence for the spell cards to kind of help with Protos also and other things. 2 circle and then 2 vessel made it back in here because again, Nib is the biggest factor for this deck. So vessel plus any Tenyi does make a turn 1 Xiaofeng. So that is why we are running Vessel back in here at 2. So 2 and 2. Again, this is to like dodge stuff for Protos, and this is to make a early Xiaofeng. So you do not have to deal with Nib at all, if that makes sense. So yeah, I like this combination in here, 2 and 2. If you want to run this card at 3, you most certainly can. But since I'm not running the other ones, I'm not running these guys at 3 and or 2. Just 3, 2, 2, 2. You know what I mean? So I think 2 is just fine in my opinion. So yeah, again, you want to try to get out Xiaofeng as soon as possible in this deck if you can, and then from there on in, you're good to go. You don't got to worry about Nib, but you do have to worry about other things in the format, like other hand traps, etc., etc. But still, yeah, Xiaofeng is pretty good, so we need to abuse that, and I think Xiaofeng is definitely a mandatory card in this deck now. So yeah, other stuff, and then just two King Sark. I think 1 is not enough because if 1 gets popped, then that's it. But I can definitely see the like argument of you playing this card at 1 because you only have 1 spot in the extra deck anyways. So if you want to run this card at just 1, you can do that, which in hindsight it might actually be a little bit better if I'm being honest, but I'm just rocking out with 2. Again, this is not like the final build or anything. It's just what I'm kind of like throwing together to see how I feel about it and see what you guys think about it. So 2 King Sark, and then the 1 Sacred Summon, and then the 1 Call by. Sacred Summon is definitely a mandatory. I've always played this card, so I'm pretty happy that most Swordsoul players are actually playing this card now. You know what I mean? The card is sick, bro. Especially if we do get nibbed, we can bring back something from the graveyard. So that is very, very, very good. And then Call by is Call by because it's a good card overall. We don't want to get Ash on our M SETI. So, but traps, like I said, 3 Imperm. Again, I still like if you don't want to run Imperm, you don't have to. But I still think Imperm is pretty good because it does hit a lot of the Snake Eye stuff, aka just Snake Eye Ash, which is the main card of their combo. So you hit that, and they got nothing else, they're gonna pass their freaking turn. And now that Link Kuriboh is gone, they kind of just have to hold that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I think Imperm is just a good card overall to have in here. And again, if you do want to side deck cross out, this is a good cross out, target this and nib, etc, etc. So yeah, just 3 of those. And then obviously the one Blackout, because Blackout's a super good card. Why not run it? If you want to run Gold Sark in here too, you could do that theoretically if you really wanted to. You know what I mean? Like you could go Gold Sark plus double Blackout. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is you do want to do. So that is it for the main deck. Let's get into the extra deck. My cool little field center. I don't feel like bringing out tokens or anything like that. Just, you guys know. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. But anyways, extra deck is pretty cool in my opinion. Remember, this is a Horus mixed deck, so you are going to be like, there are certain things that you can do and certain things that you want to do. You know what I mean? So kind of keep that in mind. So anyways, for the links, 1 monk, 1 shaman, 1 SP. There was no real room to put in double monk, in my opinion. I think you only just need 1 monk in either way, and even if it does get hit the graveyard, you can recycle it back by banishing it with Taya and then getting it back with your Adara. There hasn't been much of an option for me to actually run 2 monk. And again, yeah, all you really need is 1 for your combo anyways, you know what I mean? And then you can recycle them back and bring it back with Shaman if need be. But there is an argument of playing 2 of these, so if you do want to play 2, you can take out another card that I am trying out in here. But for now, we're going to do the 1/1/1 for the Link monsters, if that makes sense. For the Synchros, we are actually rocking 2 box here still, because again, you're going to use 1 for the Chow Fang combo, and then another one is going to be for spinning stuff back. And keep in mind, the spin effect is not once per turn, so if you summon 1 box here and you go effect, spin everything. If they go imperm, okay, cool, you can summon another one, spin everything if you really need to. It's not once per turn. So yeah, 2 box here, one for Chow Fang, and then the other one is just to spin things. So that's why you got to run 2 and not just 1. Speaking of 2 elves, obviously 2 Shishao. Our main man, bro. We're not gonna play anything more than just 1. And I mean, 2 of these is definitely needed. 3 is too much. 2 is just fine. I low-key want to get the like Starlight, but not that bad. But yeah, 2 of those. For the card I am trying out, actually, again, I took out Monk for this card. We are rocking the 1 White Aura Whale. I think this card is very, very sick. It's super, super good. And yeah, I forgot I had this card. It's in my like bulk or whatever. So if you guys do not know what it does need 1 water tuner and 1 non-tuner water monster. So aka you can only summon this card with Moye. No big deal. But how it works is on summon, you can destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls. That does not target. It does piercing damage, and if it is destroyed by a battle and or card effect by your opponent, you can banish a water monster in your graveyard, summon this back to your field, and then it becomes a tuner. And that effect is not once per turn, so you actually let me make sure. Destroyed by opponent's card effect, battle card, you send graveyard, you can banish 1 other water monster in your graveyard. Yep, that effect is not once per turn, so yeah, it's just super cool. So this card is super, super good versus Snake Eye, because you summon this. So usually, the only way you can summon this is under Moye, right? So you can go Chainlink 1, White Aura Whale, Chainlink 2, Moye. So your opponent can't really respond to this unless they have an imperm. And it's cool because even if they do go the Promethean Princess card, this can die, sure, no problem. But you could just banish the Moye in your graveyard, bring this card right back. You know what I mean? And this is a free body, and it's cool. It's level 8, so you can actually overlay with it to make your Photon Lord if you really need to. So I think this card is super, super cool, super sick. So yeah, one of those, and then other 8s, the 1 Berserker, and then obviously the 1 Dragite. I like this card in here, and it's cool because you can actually banish Dragite in the graveyard too. So keep this card safe. And I mean, so you have 2 water options to bring this card back if you really need to. So. As it for the 8s. For the 9s, obviously mandatory Chow Fang. We need Chow Fang in here. Obviously, you know, Nib is too strong. Everyone's playing Nib now. Everyone's playing Nib. So it's like, yeah, just boom. For the 10s, obviously we have the 1 Sinister, and then the 1 Chang'e, our king. I think this card's super cool anyway, so yeah, I mean, can't play Baron anymore. You can play Casting Jungle if you want to, but then you'd have to run, what's his name, Apple Dragon if you really need to, but yeah, that's like another build in itself, you know what I mean? But for now, we're going to keep it very simple with the Horus engine, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's it for these two right there. And then the last are just 2 Exceeds. One is the 1 Photon Lord, obviously it's mandatory because we are running the Horse package. The Horse package is literally just to summon this so we don't get nibbed, and then we can play for fun and for free, essentially, you know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. So yeah, yeah. One of this, and then obviously it's the 1 Typhon. Typhon 2 is too good to not play in here, so yeah, that is it for the main deck and the extra deck. No side deck. I'm probably gonna take this to locals, so I don't want to show side deck or anything like that. Side deck is pretty cool though, and it's very basic, I guess you could say, but it makes a lot of sense. But anyways, hope you guys did enjoy that. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'll see you guys next time, man. Have an awesome one. Peace.